Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
With him, it's not just empty talk. He is the type who backs his words with solid action and hard work. His determination pushes him forward, and he doesn't get distracted easily.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's the kind of person who holds it together and keeps moving forward. He doesn't lose his cool, and he won't start yelling or sulking. Instead, he'll stay calm, analyze what went wrong, and get back to work to fix it.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work probably respect him for his hard work, discipline, and the way he gets things done. He knows how to be polite and professional, so he isn't picking fights or being rude to others. Overall, he isn't causing trouble, but he's also not everyone's best friend.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he is more likely to respect your success than feel threatened by it. He has a strong sense of self and doesn't get shaken easily, so your achievements won't make him insecure. He'll probably encourage you in a straightforward way, but may also expect you to keep up with routines at home.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's unlikely to feel resentful or insecure inside. He stands firm in his own confidence and doesn't let other people's success shake his sense of worth. He may not make a big fuss about your higher income, and he's unlikely to try to bring you down or argue over money.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is usually very careful with money and likes to plan how it's spent. You will find him making budgets, keeping track of expenses, and making sure bills are paid on time. He does not believe in spending just for the sake of it and will avoid waste.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He believes in being practical and making sure his spending matches what he earns. This makes him reliable when it comes to managing a household or future planning.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
When it comes to kindness and helping others, he can be a bit reserved. He isn't the type to give freely just out of warmth or emotion. And you might find that he holds back with both his money and his feelings. He does things for others out of a sense of duty rather than from a soft, generous heart.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open and clear about money matters, preferring everything to be well planned and organized. He doesn't like surprises, so you can expect him to discuss bills, savings, and spending with you directly. He isn't the type to hide money or make financial decisions behind your back.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes things should be done in the most efficient and orderly way. And that can sometimes mean he expects traditional roles at home. So there's a good chance he might think housework is mainly your job, especially if that fits the routine he's used to. If he does help, it will be in a very structured and practical way, not as a casual gesture.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by giving instructions or checking if things are done properly, rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and doing chores or changing diapers. He enjoys seeing things in order, so he will want tasks to be done his way and will often supervise to make sure everything matches his standards. You might find him pointing out what needs improvement or offering tips, but not always joining in the actual work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He mostly believes that his way is the best. So his first reaction might be to explain or argue why he's right instead of really trying to understand your side. He can be polite about it, but true listening may not come naturally to him. Your voice is important, but you might have to repeat yourself for it to sink in.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or get aggressive. You won't see him yelling, insulting, or acting out in a way that makes you feel unsafe. If you have a disagreement, he will try to solve it calmly without drama or threats.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he is not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He keeps his emotions under control and doesn't lose his temper over small things. So, in this case, you are not ignoring any red flag related to anger.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
Saying sorry and taking responsibility doesn't come easily to him. If something goes wrong, he is more likely to explain or defend his actions rather than offer a clear apology. He won't shout or accuse you harshly, but don't expect quick or warm apologies.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he is likely to respect your boundaries when you clearly say no. He believes in polite behavior and doing things in an orderly, proper way. So he won't try to push you or ignore your decisions just to get his own way. It helps to be clear and firm as he respects direct communication.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not the kind who will take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. While he might ask questions or be curious about the reason, he won't get upset or sulky, nor will he make you feel guilty. He prefers things to run smoothly but understands routines and boundaries.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments safe and confidential. He values respect and proper behavior, so he would not use your personal or intimate experiences against you or try to embarrass you later. You can feel secure that he will handle your trust with maturity, not pettiness.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values order, routine, and stability, so he prefers strong commitments and clear responsibilities. His focus stays on the relationship he's chosen, and he takes loyalty seriously.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not the over possessive type. He's confident in himself and doesn't get easily jealous or suspicious. You can expect him to give you space and trust as long as you're open and clear about what's happening in your life.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
His protective side comes more from his need for order and wanting things to be done his way, rather than deep caring or worry about your safety. While he might say he's looking out for you, it can sometimes feel like he is actually being strict or setting too many rules. He expects routines to be followed and likes making decisions about how things should work, which can feel controlling at times.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He may see parenting as something that should run smoothly and efficiently, but is likely to expect you to do most of the hands on work with the kids. He believes in clear roles and routines, so he might feel that managing children is mainly your responsibility, especially if that's the way things have always been done in his family. If sharing the work is important to you, you should have honest talks early on and set clear expectations together.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't get angry easily or shout, even when things don't go as planned. Instead, he will keep his voice steady and address the problem with clear instructions or reminders.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your responsibilities as a mother and expect you to manage them well, but he might not fully recognize or celebrate your personal ambitions outside of family life. While he won't stop you from pursuing your own interests, he may put more value on routines and your role at home. Direct talks and setting boundaries are important if you want him to see and support you as your own person, not just as a mother.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is a possibility you should think about. He may support your career now, especially if it fits into a well planned routine or improves the family's life. If your career is important to you, it's wise to talk about expectations before big changes happen.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents politely and respectfully, following good manners and making sure interactions are smooth and proper. However, deep warmth and emotional closeness may not come easily to him, so don't expect lively bonding or lots of affection. He's unlikely to be rude or distant, but the relationship may stay formal rather than truly warm. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than him bending to theirs.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and keep his emotions in check. He isn't the type to start fights or raise his voice, even in stressful situations. His steady approach can help keep peace, as long as everyone is willing to talk things out openly.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern and supportive with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife when his relatives are around. He values routines, appearances, and family harmony, so he may want you to dress, speak, and behave in ways that match old fashioned ideas, especially during family gatherings. This can feel frustrating if you prefer being yourself all the time.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he will try to keep things calm and orderly, but he may not always step up and take your side openly. He prefers peace and routines, and sometimes that means avoiding direct conflict or staying neutral to keep things smooth. Honest conversations help ensure he understands what real support means for you.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's not exactly a mummy's boy, but he does care a lot about family routines and keeping peace at home. If there's a conflict with his mother, he may not rush to take your side unless he clearly sees you are right or feels things are really unfair. Most of the time, he'll try to stay neutral or gently solve the issue without upsetting anyone.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is unlikely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values order, privacy, and keeping family matters within the home. So he will want to solve problems between you two directly and keep sensitive issues discreet. This approach helps build trust because you won't have to worry about your private life becoming common gossip in his family.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being with him day in and day out means living with someone who values discipline, order, and routines. He will work hard, keep things organized, and expect clear roles at home.